Welcome to a double dose of one life you'd rather not live. I'm Brett Claywell, I play the lab tech Kyle on One Life. I'm co-hosting with Scott Clifton today, because he remains too baffled to speak. Scott dedicated himself to making these recaps useful to viewers, so he thought he should actually watch the show that he was recapping. Silly, Scott, what was that, Brett? What? I don't know, Scott. I'm smart enough not to actually watch the show. I'll read the recaps for you, and Scott can interject when he wants. On Tuesday and Wednesday's shows, the audience got to delve deeper into the amazing story of Rex, Gigi, and Stacy. Stop right there, Brett. First off, her name is Psycho Slut Barbie. But more importantly, nothing about this story is amazing, unless you mean it's amazingly horrific. I knew my character was smart for investigating PSP, but I had no idea just how smart. She's not only a psycho slut, she's a delusional psycho slut. How else can you explain her thinking that Rex was hers first, because he picked up her freaking books in high school? Did him knocking her sister up just escape her batshit crazy radar? Today she actually told that dude from Vegas who she ripped off that Rex loves her. That is whack, Brad, whacked. That does indeed sound whacked, Scott. That's not even the worst of it. Really, dude, she told her 11-year-old nephew that his mother cheated on his father. Which is not only not true, but is not something an 11-year-old needs to know, or ever hear from an aunt. On top of which we'll all know that it's this delusional psycho slut from hell that is ruining this show. Whoops, I meant Shane's family. The kid has cancer. Is that really not enough for you, you delusional psycho slut? Scott, who are you talking to? Sorry, Brad, I'm still messed up from the trauma of watching the last 2 days, I guess. Why don't you try moving the recap on? Sounds like a good plan, Scott. In other news, Cole took his drug test. Just one more thing about the delusional psycho slut brat. She made Rex a Midwestern breakfast. What the hell is Midwestern breakfast? Is that where some delusion-ridden psycho slut burns your toast and then crawls into bed with you, even though she knows that you are in love with her sister? If so, I say let's pretend the Midwest doesn't exist anymore. Okay, sure, Scott. That is totally an appropriate response to the delusional psycho slut's breakfast. I'm moving on now, Scott. Interrupt me at your own peril. After Cole took his drug test and passed, thanks to the totally awesome power of Star's love and his hallucinations, Star and Cole end up in the lab with your character Skylar. Oh yes, Star finally admitted to Skylar that her feelings for him were really about Cole. I'm so glad to be free to pursue a possible relationship with a character in my age grouping. Although if they pair Skylar with that delusional psycho slut, I will throw the biggest Evo fit in the history of ABC daytime. Mark my words, consider them marked. Besides finding out that Cole passed his drug test, Star and Cole also found out that the hair Star has been carrying around in her locket does not belong to their baby. My character is now suddenly smart, after weeks of having the DPSP lead him around by his neck, and that crazy older lady spewing nonsensical crap at him. He figured out in 5 minutes that the hair Jared and Natalie had tested a while back belongs to Star and Cole's baby. Granted, his intelligence is limited. Kyle may have pieced this together in 3 minutes, but he's going to blackmail Jared and Natalie with it. Apparently he needs to find out for himself how badly you can get burned for keeping secrets in this town. Unless he's suddenly going to be one of Ron's pets, then nothing would happen to him. Hey Ron, I'm housebroken and everything. In other Natalie-related news, she and Jared are getting married tomorrow. Yes, you heard that right. No mention of the wedding for months, but now it's tomorrow. Awesome. On the plus side, Natalie is back to her fiery self. She told Gigi that she was no longer a bridesmaid. That sucks for Gigi, whose whole life is falling apart because of her unfortunate relation to the delusional psycho slut. I mean, in the space of 2 days both the love of her life and her son moved out of her house. Focus, Scott, focus. I'm not listening until you do. Fine. Natalie talked to Rex, who was impressed with her punching Lieutenant Horndog. Too bad for Brody, who Rex would later punch. He's not even getting to be a real horn dog, but because of delusion. What Scott was supposed to say was that it was nice to see Rex and Natalie finally remembering that they are family. It was also nice to get some point of view from Rex today. Seems he was actually smart enough to doubt Gigi sleeping with Brody and everything. I guess having Natalie to talk to brings out Rex's brain. He should only ever speak to her again. We've also heard from some of the female viewers that they find Lieutenant not really a horn dog to be quite hot. I suspect they will not be pleased that his second time sleeping with Jessica occurred off screen. Oh man. I don't want to mention how the show ended on Wednesday. Why the show did not end with delusional psycho slut Barbie who even the guy from Vegas knows is not too bright. The show did end with her ex kissed her. Scott, are you okay? The show did not end with that for me. It ended with blackness surrounding me, then I woke up on the floor. I think you blacked out. I think my brain was protecting me from seeing Rex willingly get cooties from the psycho slut ruining his life. Smart brain I have here. Yes, Scott, your brain is smart. That is all for today. We'll see you tomorrow, unless we both watch the show and our brains explode.